What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Lady Goat. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please smash that subscribe button. I'm trying to get 2K subscribers before my birthday. You feel me? So yeah, man, smash that subscribe button. Now in today's video, bro, we're doing a reaction video. Now we reacting to the worst bear attack you will ever hear about. Now this man done been attacked by a bear 3 times, bro. Like, no offense, but look at his face. You can tell he done been through some stuff. You feel me? He done been through it. But he gonna tell us our story. He gonna tell us his story. I'm talking about our story. He gonna tell us his story, bro, and how he survived. But he's a survivor. You feel me? God was on his side, so he came out on top regardless. So yeah, man, let's get straight to it. Get straight to business.
So on the morning of August,
let's see what he say. Grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, grab your, you feel me? Grab your Gatorade or your water. Let's get into it.
24, 2017. I arrived at the spot where I parked my truck about 2:30 a.m.
Okay.
I was pretty excited. Hopped out of the truck and threw the last little bit of gear in my pack. And I remember that morning seeing the bear spray in the back seat of my truck. And I was like, what's the chance of me seeing a bear? I ended up just tossing it in my backpack. And I was just way too excited to get on the trail. So I loaded up. And there's a couple.
Damn, so he was going on a trail, probably going hiking or something or whatever. He wanted to go on the trail badly, and he just threw the bear spray in his backpack. Now, me personally, if I was in the same situation he was in, every time I go hiking, boy, I'm bringing that bear spray. That thing gonna be on my side like a sidekick. Well, actually, it's gonna be in my pocket. I'm gonna have that little tactical belt that they be having with the bear spray and the gun and all. Man, I'm having all that. I need 2 10mm just in case it's 2 bears and an AR-15 on my. Man, I need all that with all type of bullets to get through that thick bear skin, bruh. Cause boy, I refuse to be another casualty in goddamn the nature versus humans. But yeah, man, we're gonna keep going, bruh. You know, everybody made mistakes, though, so we're going to keep going.
Deep drainages there, and I going down the one, come up, and I noticed some sheep. Well, started watching them. So that runs by, and then I'm reaching in my backpack to grab my bear spray. As I was doing that, I heard a branch break over my right shoulder, and I turned and looked.
Damn.
And there was Mama, less than an arm's reach away.
Damn.
Her right paw was stretched.
Wait, so how in the world, like, you didn't notice, like, ain't no signs at all that a bear was around? Like, are they that quiet? I mean, I'm asking a question. I'm just curious. Like, are bears that big and they're that quiet? Like, you ain't hear no footsteps, no nothing? And he was by itself?
Forward stretching out, you can see the whites of her eyes, mouth slightly open.
Damn.
I didn't really have much time to react. The only thing I thought of doing was, well, what I did was, grab the frame of my bicycle and just step aside and drop the bike in front of her. Her head went through the frame of the bike and she had it on like a necklace. And when she turned and looked at me, I started smacking.
She had on a necklace. Hold on, the bear had on a necklace? Man, that mean that bear a survivor. That bear got a story to tell as well. Like, the bear had on a necklace, my nigga? Man, that bear, whole gangster bear. Bear had on a chain. Like, come on, that bear done been through some shit. Word.
In the face, my backpack, and beating her over the head. And she managed to pinch my right hand against the frame of the backpack and got it away. And then I started really going hard, hitting her on the head. And
bro, you beating a bear with a backpack. Man, if you don't pull out that bear mace and get the spraying, by the time you, man, she eating that shit. You supposed to grab that bear mace and use that thing.
Smash in the face.
Okay.
Kind of turned and started backing away, and I started backing up, and I was trying to get my bear spray out of my backpack and with my gun off. As I was doing that,
we had a gun.
I noticed she had turned around, and she come charging in again. I threw my pack at her. I decided to run up the mountainside, and jump off the hill and into a tree. And so I ran about 60 or so feet, jumped off into a spruce tree.
Wait, so you got a gun and you got bear mace on you and you running? I ain't gonna lie, if a bear charged me, bruh, I'm running. I ain't even gonna cap. I ain't the toughest dude in the world. I ain't even gonna hold you. But like, bruh, if I got a gun, bruh, I'm sorry, that bear gonna have to eat bullets. it's gonna have to know, like, nigga, I ain't the one. I ain't going like that. I ain't gonna be no casualty, boy. Put your ass in the pack.
And I remember, jumped in, I was trying to pull myself up, but I
Smoking
could
that
hear
beer.
her just huffing and
just-
she's running behind me. And I was in the spruce tree, and I'm trying to pull my right leg was hanging low, and I was trying to pull it up. But as I was pulling it up, she stood on her hind legs and wrapped her paws around my right knee and just guided it in and guided towards her mouth. And I just remember looking down and seeing her basically, wrap her teeth around my knee, and I was thinking, this is gonna hurt. She grabbed my leg, and much to my surprise, it didn't really hurt at first. She crunched down and hit me out of the tree. I hit the ground quite hard, and it was a spruce tree I was in, so I crawled underneath it and wrapped my arms and legs around the base of the tree, and she started digging at me with her paws and wasn't really getting anywhere. The spruce boughs were protecting me, and then
Okay.
she reached into the mouth, grabbed me on the left side in the love handle area, just took a big chunk,
Damn.
lifted me up, threw me about 6 feet. I hit the ground quite hard, and was out of, trying to catch my breath. And before I could take a breath, she was on top of me just instantly.
Yeah, they're so fast, right? I mean,
Oh, so
you can
fast, so
imagine the speed.
powerful. And then her first bite, this is just a black.
Oh, he turned that to a pack. Oh, he slid. Okay. He went back and got her. Okay.
Skull, but her
Oh,
first
wow.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
her first bite caught me on the left side of the corner of the eye where it meets the nose, kind of my tear duct area. She grabbed right there and crushed the whole left side of my face.
Damn.
Just kind of removing everything.
Oh, that's crazy.
And
Okay.
at that moment, I'm just sitting there thinking, well, this sucks. Like, screw this playing dead. I mean, sucks when something's chewing on
He
you.
tried to play
So initially,
dead.
you tried to play dead, and obviously that she didn't care. She just continued,
It's really hard to play dead when something's chewing you on you. I mean, she took that one bite, and I was like, screw this. So I rolled over and started punching her in the face with my right arm, poking her in the nose, poking her eyeball, grabbing her.
You supposed to forget poking the eyeballs. You grab one of them eyes, bruh, and you just you yank it out of there. Like, you try to do some real damage. Because potentially this bear will kill you and won't think twice about it. You get that close, she biting your arm, nigga, you grab her eye and just take it out. And I guarantee you she gonna leave you alone.
She was snapping at my hand, and she come down and bite me in the face the second time. As she was coming down, her mouth was just wide open. It was kind of in a perfect spot, and I punched my left hand into her mouth, and I remember feeling her tongue, sliding my fingers down her tongue. You can feel all the little scars and the bumps, and it turns like soft leather in the back. Shoved my middle finger and index finger down her throat and wrapped the rest of my hand around her tongue. And when I was doing that, she started to gag and started to make a weird sound, like kind of like a pig squeal. Her back legs were digging into the right side of me, her claws digging in. That was really hurting, so I was trying to push her off. I'm pushing on her hind end, kept pushing, and my hand slipped off the hindquarters, and I hit the belly, and you could tell it was the belly. There was less hair and more skin, and I reached up and grabbed a nice fleshy part I thought was balls at the time, twisted and pulled. And she made a horrible sound like a pig squeal, just started squealing like a pig, real deep sound, deep squeal of a pig.
Okay.
And my hand's in her mouth, and whenever I was basically trying to pull off, and she was just gagging and squealing. And I figured she had enough, and I let go, and she ran back the way she came, just defecating across the mountainside.
Damn.
Then I got up and dusted myself off, walked over to my pack, pulled out my phone, and then I took a picture to see what I looked like. I was just wondering, what happened, and that picture is actually in the book. You can see where I'm missing the large majority of my face. So I'm sitting there looking at the picture going, well, it's not too bad. I can still go over there and shoot that sheep, or I can go look for this bear. It's kind of one or the other. And
that's great.
It's just crazy how you still want to hunt. I always found that, like,
That's great. I love it.
your persistence for hunting is just incredible.
yeah, I was a little bit of shock. I was just so upset. Like, this is my time to go hunt, to go get my sheep. He's there, and I was just so upset about it. I'm sitting there thinking, well, this sucks. Now I got to go home and get all this fixed up, and there goes my sheep hunt for this weekend. And Yeah, and I'm sitting there and unloading my pack, got my gun off, and leaned against an old stump, rotten log, and I had the gun against my left shoulder, and then I had the clip in my hand, and I was loading up, trying to put rounds in the clip, kind of thinking, what do you do? As I was loading up the clip, I heard a sound of ice breaking, and my arms went numb, and everything dropped. She had come back and grabbed me by the back of the head.
What?
Oh, damn.
And then she started dragging me in, and I just remember seeing her paws on either side of me, digging in the dirt, and she just heaving and just dragging me by the back of the head.
Unbelievable.
I don't recall how far she dragged me. It felt like a long ways. I don't think it was too far, but when we stopped, I was sitting on my butt, kind of hunched over, leaning against what I presume was her. She reached over with one of her paws, caught me on the lower.
So you let this bear leave and get right, and she came back and slid twice, fam. The first time you got away with non-life-threatening injuries and shit. Well, I don't know how it feels non-life-threatening injuries, but the first time you got away, bro, you supposed to have that fire right there, like ready to shoot. You supposed to be on edge, like, yeah, we're gonna be smoking on this bear.
Side of the face, kind of the corner of the mouth and corner of the nose, and she peeled all the skin off of the right side of my face, removing everything on the side of my head all the way to the back.
Wow.
And then she started
one go
with one
just
go,
one
she
pull, just
grabbed.
gone.
just pull your flesh. My goodness.
Damn.
And that's a testament of how powerful they are. I mean, and this wasn't a very big bear, right? It was.
Yeah. How heavy was this?
An average size sow grizzly bear, so about 300 pounds. So take about a 45-gallon drum with 3 feet of legs on it. So not overly huge, but decent size.
You can't lift that up when it's on you, really. I mean,
No.
No matter how strong you are, you will not get that.
No.
Except if you're Jeremy, you did it.
yeah, except you're Jeremy.
That's crazy.
So
But, yeah.
then she was chewing on the side of my head, and you just hear her crunching away like a dog, just gnawing on the corner of my head, and pulling at my left side and neck all the way down my collarbone, just crunching away. And this went on for probably 5-6 seconds of her just chewing and just ripping with her claws. She fully descalped me, so she took all the skin off my head from the base of my neck, peeled it all off and forward down, pulling my jaw, the left side of my jaw off. It was just all hanging there. All my teeth and all the skin was exposed. Like everything just was hanging down.
Damn.
Or gone. My left eye was hanging out of the socket with a piece of the skull with my eye socket just kind of hanging there. In order to look up, I'd had to pick it up and hold it in place or tilt my head back. My right eye was smashed into my skull. I didn't think I had a right eye at this point. After she took another good swipe, she moved and I fell back and I was laying against the ground. I could tell I fell back and hit the ground, and I could just kind of make out an outline of something above me. Like I knew she was there. I could feel like her hair in my face, and I reached up and found a nice fleshy part. Again, grabbed with both hands, just twisted and pulled. And then I wrapped my legs around her neck and just hung on for dear life. And whatever I had, I was trying to rip off. She started to buck around like a bronco and make horrible sounds, squealing like a pig. And I just, like whatever I had, I was trying to rip off. And I could tell she was moving quite fast and frantically in one direction. Just, feel the ground, my back brush against the ground. And I figured, well, I let go, and she ran down the mountainside, just squealing like a pig down the way I came up. And at this point in time, I couldn't see. Like I said, everything was so blurry. My right eye, I didn't think it was there. All the skin off my head was peeled off. I couldn't stand up. All the ligaments were severed in my right knee from round 2 there. And I was in quite a bit of pain. I ended up crawling down the hillside. Like I knew relatively where I was on the hill, and I crawled down and I found the trail right away, and I crawled down the trail and managed to find my pack, and I found my gun right away, and I tried to put a shell into the chamber, but my finger...
When he say pack, does he mean his pack of humans, people that's there with him, or just his the stuff where he stashed his stuff at? When you want to go to sleep or some shit like that.
We're going all different directions, and I couldn't see, didn't have enough dexterity in my hands to be able to put a shell into the chamber, and I started to panic. I needed the clip. So I was searching around for the clip. I was looking for on the clip. The first thing I found was my mustache and goatee. Then I found a chunk of my face, and then an ear.
Wow.
Damn.
And then I found the clip, slammed it in the gun, and the first dark thing got 3 rounds. And you know, then I'm sitting there, I got all these pieces of my face in my hand, and I'm just like, what do I do? You know, like, I know I'm at this point in time, I'm not gonna make it out of there. I mean, who's gonna survive that? And like everything off my face was removed, my jaw hanging down. There's blood coming from everywhere.
Damn. God was on his side.
So yeah, at this point in time, I just trying to debate what I should do. You know, I knew I was gonna die out there. Just do I end it myself or just see what happens? So it was one of the decisions I regret. I loaded up my rifle and stuck the butt of the gun against the ground between my legs and put the barrel underneath my chin, and I pulled the trigger and expected the gun to go off, but it just clicked.
Damn.
And you know, days kind of wondering what the heck happened, and I reached down and cycled the gun again, and the gun went off. I sent it a bullet just inches from the side of my head, and I was like, holy crap, like, what was I thinking? You know, I at least owed it to my family, you know, my wife and daughter, to at least try to make it somewhere they're going to find the body.
Exactly. You tripping. Like, God brought you through all that. Like, boy, first off, don't ever go hunting by yourself. Ever. Because, like, bruh, shit like that can happen. Like, don't ever go hunting by yourself. Second off, when you go hunting or when you going on a trail, man, make sure you got firepower, bro. Because, like, ain't no way I'm just bringing a shotgun and I don't got it on me when I need. I'm having it all time. At all time of the day. The whole time I'm there, I'm having something on me. So whatever the attacks, he runs at me, nigga, he gonna be missing something. Or he gonna get shot a couple of times. And it's gonna hurt him. Something is better than nothing. You feel me? But yeah, man, that was a very inspirational story. Very, you know, that was a good story. Cause God brought him through all that. I mean, he got caught twice by the bear, and God just brought him through it. You feel me? Seeing him through on that. You feel me? So, yeah, man, that's my reaction to this video. Y'all, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more lit content. It's your boy, Let It Go, and I'm out. Peace.